Yo, yo, yiggity yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Self-Care Bear Club. I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're flying high, whether you're lying low, whether your voice is sounding like this, or it sounds like this. Anything goes here. Everything is welcome here. We're not putting ourselves in a box, right? We are super charged, super emotional beings that get to be all things at once, unapologetically. This doesn't mean that we don't strive to do better and strive to grow. It just means we also accept where we're at. So today, where I'm at, I'm a little bit sick. I don't like being sick. If you've been listening for a while, you probably know that about me. I'm not sick often, and when I am, I'm usually beating myself up about it. This time, I am not. And that's been cool. I didn't want to show up here, but I did, because clearly I'm not that sick if you can see me on the YouTube. If you can't, I am on YouTube now, so thank you for watching and subscribing there and sharing. Okay, always shameless plugging, like you have to. It's like what you have to do on here if you didn't know. It's kind of like annoying. It's like subliminal messaging to you because I know you love me and you wouldn't be here anyways, but it is, sharing is caring, right? So anyways, I don't like being sick. It's frustrating, right? It's frustrating. You have shit to do. You have shit you want to do. For me, it's not even about that, honestly, because I love to do nothing. I don't love to do nothing and not feel good. That's not what I love. That's not what I love, to do nothing. But I actually take sickness upon myself. And that is, there's so many layers to that, right? We're not identifying good and bad things, but there are negative and positive qualities to that. You might be like, no, people don't give themselves cancer and this, that, and the other. And I feel you 100%. Like, nobody wants a chronic illness like that. And I'm not saying anybody's given themselves some sort of sickness like this. Where is this going? Like, we're not supposed to be talking about this. Supposed to be? I guess I could just change it right now, right, into a sickness episode. But I feel like I've just been like Debbie Downering on you lately. And that's been a big thing for me to be like, that's okay. That's where I'm at, right? That's where I'm at. And I think I'm still positive through all that. Like, I think I shed the light on the darkness. I hope I shed the light on the darkness. So back to, I take accountability, right? I really do believe that I was the cause of my hypothyroidism. I think I have. It's very mild, or I don't even know what you call about it, because I don't give my attention and my focus there. I do take care of myself and take a little bit of a pill, which I don't love, but I had to soften the thoughts around that too. It was like, hey, if this is actually like gonna help me and I'm not in a headspace to be super strict in my diet and be super strict about my alcohol consumption and my daily meditations and whatever I know makes like me feel in alignment, both, trifectally, physically, mentally, spiritually, then I can take this low side effect pill that's gonna balance out my hormones, right? Hormones are crazy. Like, women and everybody in general has plenty of them, but I don't need my hormones doing anything else than they are already doing. So I say this because I also take accountability when I do get sick. And I say this because, yes, I know germs are real and they do get spread back and forth, but I also have gained the belief, the faith, excuse me, that I am fully in charge of my life. So we don't intentionally make ourselves sick. In this instance, I think I did, to be honest with you. Very conscious of it, and my body started showing signs a few weeks ago. If you didn't know, I've been grieving the loss of my best friend, Tucker, and also the loss of like a lot of old me's. That's like a whole nother conversation, and I'm not even sure what all these old selves mean and stuff. But in this grief, I've allowed myself to really indulge in whatever I wanted to indulge in, and really not beat myself up about it, right? Really not. Because my indulgences these days are, you don't even need to compare them to what they used to be, but where I was when I diagnosed myself with a problem or an eating disorder or whatever it is we say to ourselves to give us a reason to want to change, right? I didn't want to change any of this. I just was like, yeah, I'm going to order Uber Eats 4 times this week because that's where I'm at, you know? So I've been doing a lot of just out of the norm diet stuff for me personally, and a little loosey-goosey with the alcohol. The wine's been pouring, and through all that, just still being at this new level of self where it's like, I'm conscious of it. So anyways, all of this to say, I've been doing a whole lot of nothing and being okay with it. But also there's this whole layer that knows that while I am loving this past version of myself and I'm accepting it, and I think I'm throwing all this acceptance, excuse me, keeping it real. Don't know why I didn't bring water or juice or anything to the table. There's this new version of me, right? A new version. Like, not the one who thinks like they need to be perfect and the self-care is this, and this, and in control of everything. This new version that is okay with indulgence and loves that part of herself as well, but also knows that I kind of just like to eat whole foods 80% of the time because they make me feel better, they make me think better, they make me do everything better. So there's that part of me that's just been kind of like, okay, like, yeah, this is great, but what? So to say all that, maybe like 2 weeks ago or so, my body started reacting, right? And it was just like, okay. And I had like really bad diarrhea for a few days. I know, right? That's the first time I ever said that, I think. And I was like, okay, now's the time, like, let's get back to business. But I think when I even tell myself like that, like, let's get back to business, like, it turns into this big fucking thing that it doesn't need to be. So that didn't happen. You know, a friend's birthday came and went. And so, you know, birthdays, we indulge, right? We have to. We celebrate. It's whatever. You don't have to. But do you, boo. Whatever you do, eat your cake and love it too. So I kept celebrating. I kept grieving. I kept indulging. And then, you know what happened? I got a scratchy throat. And that's unusual for me. I have no tonsils. So I don't usually get a sore throat. If I am going to get sick, it's usually like an achy, like flu-y sort of situation. But this is like a nasally throat head thing. So that's a little new for me. So anyways, felt the scratchy throat coming on. I was like, hey, that's weird. You know, it's fall. I got the windows open. The heat's on. You know, whatevs. Don't think anything of it. But I kind of do because, again, it's very weird for me. And that day, instead of nurturing my body and feeding it the stuff I know would support my immune system, right? The physical aspects of me, and knowing my emotional and mental health has been kind of all over the map. So that hasn't necessarily been supporting my immune system as well. Guess what I decided to do? Can you guess? I decided to drink some more wine, and it was awesome, and I did it fully consciously, and I was like, you shouldn't do this, but you're gonna do this. It's like the angel and the devil, right? Nothing bad happened. I sat, I sulked, I grieved, I cried, I watched some Harry Potter, all of these things that I find are comforting to me, right? I find comfort in them. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we make these decisions in the moment, right, that maybe don't support this version of ourselves that we are becoming, and we don't find that balance, that's where the disease comes in. Disease, right? So I felt the sore throat and I drank some more wine. So that's why I say I fully brought this on myself. And now I'm here and I'm just living in it. I'm living in it and I'm trying not to hate it. I'm trying to rest. It feels extra weird because, again, I don't mind rest and I have no problem telling people, like, that's not true. I have had a little guilt this time telling people that I can't come into work and, like, I can't be there for them because I feel like I have had so much downtime this last month, I've given myself a lot of downtime. So I did feel a little guilty when I had to call out on some people. And of course, nobody cared at all. So do what's best for you and be honest about it. But one day I'll stop saying but not today. I did feel a little guilt about that. But the guilt, the frustration, the disappointment from being sick is only going to feed your sickness, right? So when we are sick, we want to slow down. We want to listen to our bodies. We want to try to love our bodies. My immune system has got my back. I know what's going on. And I haven't been thinking any of these things, by the way. Like I said, I've just been tuning out. Luckily, with a head thing, like, your head don't work. And I've actually kind of fucking loved that. I actually have kind of loved, like, this pressure that allows my overthinking to dissolve. So maybe we'll keep the head cold. No. But we've done some low and slow yoga. We've cuddled with the kitty. We're debating whether to jazzercise or not tomorrow, because if you've ever been sick, I have a feeling you have, you know, it kind of does that thing where it's like, not so bad, bad, not so bad, and then you hope it stays not so bad, but you're kind of like, I don't want to ruin a good thing, you know. You can't ruin a good thing as long as you're staying hydrated. We're eating some Whole Foods today. We've had an apple. We had some kale and white bean soup. Shout out to the Beatbox. If you don't know, they're the bomb. I got some, like, wellness juice shots from them. I've been drinking tea. Don't fucking like tea, if you didn't know this. I like some iced teas. Maybe I should ice it, right? But I've been drinking hot tea. Good for your throat. I've been taking my little, I should have brought that to show you too, oscillocognium. I don't know if you ever heard of this brand. Biron. I don't even say that. Biron. I can never remember how either version is spelled, but I think it's Bioron. You can find it at Target. You can find it at your local grocery stores. It's this homeopathic medicine that I was introduced to a few years ago. And they have a million different versions now, especially if you go to Elwood Thompson. If you live in Richmond, you know what Elwood Thompson is. They have, like, I didn't even know that this brand had so many different options. But I usually just keep some in there. I actually forgot about it for a while. I feel like I already told you this. But I usually take that, like, when I feel like the slightest bit of weirdness and, like, I don't get sick. So whether it's all in my brain or it's also in that little vial, it is all working. So I've got some of that, and we're out of my good I don't even know what kind of water I buy, but I buy some like water that's supposed to be good for you. So we've been drinking tap water. So I haven't been drinking as much because I can tell the difference. My bougie ass can tell the difference. But we're staying hydrated. We're keeping it low key. We're forgiving ourselves for letting us get this far in the first place, right? We're keeping it real. Why we heal. We are always healing, whether it's from, trauma, emotional trauma, physical trauma, spiritual trauma. You can tell I don't like that word because it just feels fucking heavy. And friends, I know it's heavy out here. I know it's heavy, but you're doing okay. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Do you believe me yet? What was this episode about? So it actually was supposed to be about belly fat. And I'll save that for next week. I gotta go because this is the most I've talked all day. And it doesn't feel that good. It feels really good. It feels really good here. It doesn't feel so good here. So I'm going to take it easy. And this might be a sign for me to not teach jazzercise tomorrow. And I hate that so much. But there's more to me than a fitness instructor. There's more to me than being the self-care bear. There's more to me, much more to me than being sick right now. There is just like this impenetrable spirit inside all of us. And it's so easy to forget. So easy to forget. But it's so easy to forget. And I am here to remind you that you are loved, you are liked, and everything is truly all right. Even when it doesn't feel like it. I feel lonely all the time, my friends, especially now that my best friend is gone. Gross. I had snot on my nose for those of you who can't see me. And no tissues around. Don't worry, I live by myself, so nobody's sharing these germs. I'll go wash my hands, I promise. Yeah, I feel lonely all the time. Recently, especially. And I'm trying not to compare it to, something that I thought was it. Does that make any sort of sense? We're evolving. We're really evolving. And I just want to hug you. That's all. I just want to hug you. If you're sick, hydrate, take care of yourself. Holler at me if you need any more suggestions. I actually have an episode like a year ago that has some more like actual things you can do besides me just bullshitting. But again, thank you for listening to me bullshit. This is where I've been at. And it feels fucking good. It feels good to not be so structured right now. I do want to deliver for you. So if I'm truly not and there's something you need me to help you with, holler at me. Maybe it's time for some direction. I feel like the new year is going to bring us all some big direction. So let go a little bit. Enjoy your holiday season. Enjoy your Halloween if you're listening to this in real time. And yeah, don't forget, it all begins within. So take a deep breath if you can. And let it all in, baby. Let it all in. It's not about the destination. It's not about the destination. I'll see you in the next episode. We are healthy, we are wealthy, we are rich, and we are those bitches. All right, y'all. Bye-bye for now.